Resident Evil 9 Requiem was released by Capcom on February 27, 2026, and it features not one, but two playable characters with vastly different gameplay styles. Here are 20 facts about Resident Evil Requiem. Number 1. Requiem. The Requiem is a high-powered DSO-issued assault revolver and is widely considered the most powerful base game firearm. It has a default 5-round capacity that cannot be increased and uses massive 12.7 by 55mm rounds. Leon starts the game with Requiem in his inventory. After an early encounter with the girl, he gives the weapon to Grace to protect herself. Grace eventually returns the revolver to Leon later in the story, after which he can use it for the remainder of the game. Number 2. Leon S. Kennedy. In Resident Evil Requiem, Leon S. Kennedy returns as a veteran DSO agent and one of the two main playable protagonists. Now 49 years old, he returns to the ruins of Raccoon City to investigate a series of mysterious deaths and confront a lingering illness known as Raccoon City Syndrome. Leon's chapter provides a sense of release from the high-tension horror of Grace Ashcroft sections. His gameplay is combat-heavy, featuring high-octane action and crowd management similar to Resident Evil 4. Leon uses a combat hatchet for brutal melee finishers and parries, and he utilizes a 7x10 grid attaché case system, allowing for manual or auto sorting of weapons and items. Number 3. Grace Ashcroft. Grace is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, an investigative journalist and a lead survivor from Resident Evil Outbreak. She was orphaned and briefly adopted by Umbrella founder Oswell E. Spencer, who viewed her as his blind hope and atonement. After Spencer's death in 2006, Alyssa was granted full guardianship. By 2026, she's a 22-year-old FBI intelligence analyst. She is assigned to investigate a string of mysterious deaths, a case that leads her back to the hotel where her mother died and eventually to the ruins of Raccoon City. Grace's sections focus on pure survival horror, emphasizing evasion and psychological dread over the action-heavy style of her co-protagonist, Leon S. Kennedy. Number 4. The Girl. Before her mutation, she was a human clone of Grace Ashcroft named Marie. Created by Victor Gideon as part of the Series 170 experiments, she was injected with a mutated strain of the T-virus intended to unlock memory inheritance. Instead, it caused her to mutate into a tall, long-limbed, feral monster with decaying skin and bulging eyes. The girl acts as a relentless, invincible pursuer similar to Mr. X or Nemesis, but with unique traits tailored to Grace's stealth-focused gameplay. Her most defining trait is an extreme aversion to light. Exposure to bright lights causes her flesh to melt and burn, forcing her to treat through holes in the ceiling. Her primary goal throughout the game is to reunite with Emily, often attempting to abduct her from Grace while whispering the haunting phrase, "Let's play." Number 5. Dr. Victor Gideon. A former virologist for the Umbrella Corporation, he is a fanatic obsessed with the eugenicist vision of the company's founder, Oswell E. Spencer. Gideon worked on the Tyrant Project and later headed the classified Project Elpis. He views viral manipulation as a means for human evolution rather than just a bioweapon. In 2018, Gideon ordered the assassination of journalist Alyssa Ashcroft. To silence her, he spent years tracking her daughter, Grace, believing her genetic code was the key to unlocking Elpis. Gideon is responsible for the creation of numerous unstable clones, including Marie and Emily. Number 6. Emily. Emily is a clone created by the criminal syndicate The Connections. She was part of a series of experiments, Series 170, intended to replicate the memory inheritance of Oswell E. Spencer. She is characterized by extreme paleness and blindness, the latter caused by human experimentation and viral injections. Because Emily can read Braille, Grace must protect her and guide her to specific Braille puzzle boxes to progress through the mansion and hospital areas. In the post-credit scene, it is confirmed that Grace has adopted Emily. A photo on Grace's desk shows that Emily has regained her eyesight and is living a normal life. Number 7. Zeno. Zeno is the secondary antagonist of Resident Evil Requiem and a high-ranking representative of the crime syndicate, The Connections. Zeno is most notable for his uncanny physical and vocal resemblance to the late Albert Wesker, and he is even voiced by Craig Bertanowski, the same actor who voiced Wesker in the Resident Evil 4 remake. He possesses superhuman strength, speed, and agility, allowing him to dodge bullets and move with the same blinding speed as Wesker. While the game never explicitly confirms it, characters and fans refer to him as an imitation or clone of Wesker. Dr. Gideon even taunts him by calling him a mere copy. Number 8. Elpis. While antagonists like Victor Gideon and the Wesker clone Zeno believe Elpis is a god virus capable of granting mind control or immortality, it is actually a universal cure designed to neutralize all progenitor-based viruses. It effectively renders the T-virus, G-virus, C-virus, and Ouroboros virus inert. Spencer developed Elpis in secret during his later years as a form of atonement for the chaos caused by Umbrella. The name is derived from the Greek goddess Elpis, who was the personification of hope and the only benevolent spirit remaining in Pandora's box after all evils were released. Number 9. Raccoon City Syndrome. Raccoon City Syndrome, also known as latent onset T-virus syndrome, is a lethal disease introduced in Resident Evil Requiem. It affects individuals who survived the 1998 Raccoon City incident, caused by a dormant strain of the T-virus that eventually mutates to bypass the host's antibodies. The virus remains inactive due to existing antibodies, but gradually builds up resistance to them over several decades. The virus becomes active, manifesting as black, bruise-like marks on the skin. Patients experience coughing and general malaise. In the final stage, black marks darken and cover the entire body. Patients suffer from intense pain, extreme fatigue, and uncontrollable vomiting of blood. Death typically occurs within 1 to 2 hours of reaching this stage. Number 10. Blisterheads. Blisterheads are a powerful zombie mutation introduced in Resident Evil Requiem. They serve as the game's spiritual successor to the Crimson Heads from the original Resident Evil remake, acting as a punisher for players who do not properly dispose of fallen enemies. They result from a rare double mutation caused by the same T-virus strain responsible for Raccoon City Syndrome. Any standard zombie that is killed but not decapitated or incinerated can spontaneously reanimate as a blisterhead later in the game. They are described as a cross between a regular zombie and a licker. They have engorged, bulbous heads with exposed brain tissue, elongated tongues, and faster, more erratic movements than standard undead. To stop them from spawning, you must destroy the zombie's head during the initial kill, or use a hemolytic injector on a downed corpse to dissolve it. Number 11. Blood Gathering. Blood Gathering is a crafting and progression mechanic exclusive to Grace Ashcroft, reflecting her background as a forensic analyst. Grace uses a specialized medical device, the hemolytic syringe, to extract blood from downed or stunned enemies. You must approach a corpse and hold a prompt. This leaves Grace vulnerable for a few seconds, making it risky to perform in rooms with multiple active enemies. Once gathered, you combine blood with chemical bases or rare metals to create items such as hemolytic injectors and ammunition. Number 12. Sherry Birkin. Sherry Birkin returns as a supporting protagonist and a key motivation for Leon Kennedy's mission. Like Leon, Sherry suffers from Raccoon City Syndrome. However, her symptoms are unique. While she has the black necrotic marks, her G-virus enhanced cells constantly fight the infection, causing her immense physical pain, but preventing the immediate organ failure seen in others. She acts as Leon's primary contact and mission coordinator via radio. Throughout the game, Leon is searching for Elpis, primarily to save Sherry. In the good ending, Leon successfully delivers the Elpis serum to her. Number 13. Skill Points. Leon's gameplay features a skill point system that leans into his role as a combat veteran, contrasting with Grace's resource-gathering style. You earn SP by defeating enemies. Headshots, perfect parries with the hatchet, and multi-kills using explosives or the environment grant bonus points. Leon uses his points at DSO supply lockers to purchase combat skills, passive upgrades, and weapon attachments. Number 14. The Raccoon City Police Department. The RPD returns as a haunting, derelict shell of its former self. The iconic station is now a crumbling ruin, partially reclaimed by nature and choked with the black mold associated with Raccoon City syndrome. Many areas are blocked by collapsed ceilings or flooded corridors, forcing Leon to find new routes through the interrogation rooms and the press room. You'll find decayed remnants of the 1998 incident, such as Marvin Brana's bloodstains or the Welcome Leon banner, now tattered and gray. Number 15. Mr. X. Mr. X, the T-103 Tyrant, makes a surprise return as a secondary antagonist and boss during Leon Kennedy's mission in the ruins of the Raccoon Police Department. While he looks identical to the legendary stalker from Resident Evil 2, lore files reveal that this is not the original T-00 unit. This unit is a T-501 model, a mass-produced variant sold on the black market after Umbrella's collapse. Mr. X retains his signature role as a relentless stalker before transitioning into a full-scale boss fight. This iteration is more agile than previous versions, capable of closing gaps faster and reacting to Leon's movements more intelligently. Number 16. Hunk. The legendary Umbrella operative Hunk, the Grim Reaper, appears as a late-game boss during Leon Kennedy's mission in the ARC facility. While the character is formally identified in the game as the Commander, several details confirm his true identity. During the fight, he attempts his iconic neck break move on Leon and performs his classic finger-wagging animation from the Resident Evil 4 Remake's mercenary modes. He is voiced by Keith Silverstein, who has portrayed Hunk in multiple previous entries including the Resident Evil 2 and 4 remakes. He wears a tactical outfit and gas mask nearly identical to his previous designs. When one of his gloves is removed during the fight, he is shown to be suffering from Raccoon City syndrome, confirming that he was present during the 1998 outbreak. If you leave the arena and return later, Hunk's body has vanished, fueling fan theories that he survived or was retrieved by an unknown party. Number 17. Human Echoes. A gameplay mechanic where infected enemies retain lingering fragments of their former personalities and muscle memory. This makes the standard zombies more unpredictable and dangerous compared to previous titles. Many zombies are found performing tasks from their past, such as a janitor mindlessly cleaning the window or a chef chopping at a kitchen counter. You can manipulate these echoes to conserve resources or create distractions. A worker zombie obsessed with turning off lights can be lured away from a doorway by turning on a light switch elsewhere, allowing you to sneak past. Certain echoes are noise sensitive and can be lured into attacking other enemies or bosses like the Chunk if you use glass bottles or environmental noise to distract them. Number 18. Endings. Resident Evil Requiem features two distinct endings determined by a single pivotal choice made by Grace Ashcroft at the Elpis terminal in the ARC facility. The Hope ending is considered the good ending. To achieve this, Grace must choose to release Elpis upon being asked, "What does the creator desire?" Grace administers the cure to Leon, reversing his Raccoon City syndrome and restoring his strength for the final battle. The Destruction ending, the bad ending, is triggered if Grace chooses to destroy Elpis at the terminal. Unable to receive the cure, Leon is too weak to fight off Xeno. He helps Grace escape to a higher platform before being executed by Xeno with a gunshot to the head. Number 19. Inspiration. In developing Resident Evil Requiem, Capcom drew from a mix of modern cinematic thrillers, previous franchise entries, and a return to roots philosophy to celebrate the series' 30th anniversary. The team aimed for the dark atmosphere and mood found in David Fincher's films such as Seven. The Silence of the Lambs and the X-Files influenced the game's murder mystery structure. Grace's early sequences in the care center are heavily inspired by the short film Lights Out, utilizing light as a primary safety mechanic. Leon's high-octane sequences, particularly his combat with elite units, have been compared to the choreography of the John Wick series. Number 20. Sales. Resident Evil Requiem is a massive commercial success, officially becoming the fastest-selling game in the franchise's history. Capcom announced that the game surpassed 5 million units sold worldwide within just its first 5 days of release. The game shattered series records on PC with a peak of 344,000 concurrent players on Steam, more than double the peak of Resident Evil 4 Remake. Early estimates suggest Steam is the top platform, accounting for approximately 2.3 million copies, 53.1% of the player base, followed by the PlayStation 5 with 1.7 million copies. Within just 4 days of launch, the title climbed to the top 20 best-selling Capcom games of all time. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you liked this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.